What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Nothing Held Back podcast. How we doing, family? We doing good? I'm your boy Angel, and I got Caleb.
What up, what up, what up? How y'all feel about the new intro, the new look, the new vibes, man?
I like
It's
that.
Episode 1 of Nothing Held Back, man. I'm ready, I'm fresh. Whew, it's gonna be a good week, man.
I think it's gonna be a good week.
It's gonna be a good week.
It's gonna be a good week. You think so?
I think so. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Obviously, we got Quan Bomb on the ones and twos
All the time.
Then we're back to that. That we left that on the last show, but I guess
No.
no.
Hey, if you're gonna bring Quan Bomb in, Quan Bomb's gonna stay.
Okay.
Quan
So,
Bomb's
you know, let's keep it OG. Caleb, how was your week?
Man, it was good. I mean, work has been busy. You know, it's starting to pick up a little bit. Finally, we needed that because it's been slow. But you know, I'm glad that it's starting to pick up a little bit. I mean, it's crazy 'cause I'm always seeing some crazy stuff in my shop and everything like that. There's always some crazy guy walking by. I had a guy walking by the other day that was screaming into his hand as if he was holding a phone, and yet there was nothing in his hand, screaming about, "I'm George Washington."
Was he?
Well, he didn't think he was Jesus, at
Absolutely not.
least.
He was not George Washington, unless his name happened to be George Washington. But I don't know.
Well,
I feel like it's
maybe
just like
he
one of
had
those.
an
Like,
earpiece in, but you said he was screaming into his hands.
he was literally screaming into his hand as if he was holding a phone, and it was basically like this. He was just like, "I am George Washington."
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
couldn't tell you.
He works on the strip, guys.
I work on the strip. If you
works-
couldn't tell that I deal with some weird shit, I work on the
He
strip.
works on the strip.
I work on the strip.
He works on the strip. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens,
Down
man.
there with the crazies.
Yeah, I mean, I see crazy stuff all the time, whether it's homeless people yelling into trash cans or staring at. You would not believe the stuff I see, dude.
Staring in the trash.
Literally,
Trash
like
can?
he would look at a trash can and just start screaming at the trash can for stealing something. I don't even know. Like it's weird. It gets
Yeah,
weird.
I don't know what you got going on.
It's
man.
weird,
I
man.
do not know.
It's crazy. Honestly, I feel like you just need to be there for one day just so you could see, like, just
I'm
to see
good.
some of this shit.
I'm good. I'm not. Well, like I told you, I'll be there next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna go check out the steakhouse, but
Mm-hmm.
swing by, say what's up. But I ain't gonna be hanging out in there, boy. It sounds like it's a wild place.
It gets crazy, but it's fun, man. I love it. I love dealing with the crazy.
Okay.
As long as it's out there and not in my store, then
Then you're
then
good.
I don't got to deal
Then
with
you're
it.
good.
Then I
you're
can just
good.
watch and laugh. People do weird shit.
Yeah. Get all that, man.
Yeah.
Get all that.
How you been, man? How you been?
Man, I've been good. Shoot, this past weekend I kind of just relaxed. Didn't really have much going on. We didn't have the grandkids, so I kind of just chilled. Put up some lights, put up more lights.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, my girl's got she wants lights everywhere, so put up some lights. Kind of just kicked it, man. Watched NBA All-Star Weekend. That was cool. Some of it was cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of it was like, why? But
Right.
a lot of it was cool. I'm not gonna lie. I like the format, and we'll get into that. But other than that, I just hung out this weekend, man. Nothing to it. You know, chilled.
For sure. Yeah. No, I mean, just a little bit of a chill week. I mean, now this week, my mom's out of town this week. She's out at Mardi Gras. I told her if she comes home and she's wearing beads, I'm moving out. I'm not.
Oh, bro. Well, then you know what? Y'all better make sure that you keep her in a good mood because she may just put some beads on because you said that.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Imagine.
That's
no.
wild.
I was like, I'm not doing that.
She comes home with some beads.
I told her, I was like, if you come back with beads, don't come home. Like, just no. Because I know what that means, and I don't need to be thinking about that. I don't need to be.
We're gonna move on from that
let's move
because that
on.
just turned into a whole nother thing.
It's a whole different
I
thing.
understand we're the Nothing Held Back podcast now.
Nothing's
but
held back.
I
Come on
see
now.
that. You're wild, dude. So speaking of that, Nothing Held
Yes,
Back podcast.
yeah.
For those that have been with us, we have transitioned. It is the new show where all sports are on the table.
Mhm.
All sports to pickleball tournaments. Everything is on the table.
Everything's on the table.
Nothing will be held back. And eventually we'll get into other things besides sports. Just random topics, nothing crazy because we're not gonna be getting into all the. We're not political.
Nope.
I'm a religious man, but not on the Nothing Held Back podcast.
Right.
We're just here to have a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, it's primarily a sports show. So, but depending on the week, might have a bigger focus on football, might have a bigger focus on basketball.
Yeah.
Maybe it's hockey, maybe it's baseball, maybe it's, curling or whatever,
Because we are in Las Vegas and this is the city where this is a sports town. This is a legit sports town now.
It is now. Yeah. No, it's crazy. It's gotten, super sporty over the last couple of years, and it's going to get even sportier because I don't know if you've seen it. Adam Silver has all but said that Vegas is going to get an NBA team. Like
in Seattle, right?
Seattle,
the Sonics are coming back.
So it's not 100% confirmed, but it's one of those things where Adam Silver's just like, Seattle and Las Vegas are the front runners to be the next expansion teams.
If we get an NBA team,
yeah,
I wonder how much those tickets are going to cost. Because it seems like, man, they don't treat the locals right here, man. They don't do us right. I get we are a touristy vacationy town, but you got to treat the locals right. Like, we shouldn't be paying what that guy's paying.
Right. For the most part, yeah. But honestly, like, even going to some of the games, like going to a Golden Knights game, for example, honestly, you can get tickets for decently cheap.
Yeah, you can get tickets for the low. I'm waiting for the A's.
Yeah, those tickets would be like $10.
Man,
like those would be like some $10 tickets.
Nah, listen, I was talking to a guy the other day. He was really putting me on. I told you I don't really follow baseball like that, but the A's are going to be my team because I don't have one, so I'm gonna go with the A's.
Right.
Local team, I support the local squad.
Yeah, for sure.
He was like telling me he's an A's fan. And he was like telling me the roster. He's like going through. He was like, man, we got a solid squad. We're gonna be really good and all this stuff. And I was like, damn, I guess I really need to.
Right.
I really need to look into it then, because if the A's are gonna be like that, I don't want to just be, I'm an A's fan now and I don't know anybody on the team. So
right. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that are like that too, where it's like they say they're like, oh, I'm a Cowboys fan, for example. Which why? But
yeah, we don't need to talk.
We don't got to talk about that. But it's like then they couldn't name any player on the team. They couldn't tell you how they're playing right now. They couldn't do none of that.
All right. Okay. So you know what? Let's get into it. So we got some football news because the football season is over now. There is some extra news that comes out, and these right after the Super Bowl. There's always news that comes out right after the Super Bowl. So we'll get into the breaking news that happened yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, that happened yesterday. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the Miami Dolphins seem to be cleaning house a little bit. They have released Tyreek Hill, Bradley Chubb, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, and James Daniels. A couple of those guys were just, signed last year, I believe.
Right.
Nick Westbrook was a guy that they signed off the Titans, who was good for the Titans, which is not a normal statement. He was good for the Titans. And they signed him last offseason, and they just cut him just yesterday. Same thing, I believe, with James Daniels was a free agent acquisition for them either last year or the year before. Still pretty new, new to the team. He's gone. Tyreek Hill, that's going to save them a lot of money.
I think they said like 29. It was like 29 million.
Yeah, I think it's like 28 that they saved, but then they also incurred like 20 million in dead cap or something like that. So it's a weird structure to it. I know Bradley Chubb, his contract, I think they freed up, I want to say 18 million in cap space. So I think they're sitting like just under 100 now, or about like 75 or so, I think, in cap space. So they've got a lot of money to spend now. They can, I think they're heading up right around 100 because technically, they could cut Tua or trade Tua, incur his $99 million cap hit or dead cap hit, and still be in the positive.
What would you do? You think they should cut him?
I think they should trade him and see if maybe they can split the money between whoever they're trading.
Where though?
There's some teams that might be, desperate for a quarterback.
Okay, so name me three teams. Name me three teams.
Now, I'm not going to say teams that I think would trade for him, but I think three teams that need a quarterback, I think is more of the Jets. Now, I don't know if they could trade in division, but I think the Jets is definitely a conversation.
Okay.
If Aaron Rodgers retires, maybe the Steelers, because they are going to need a quarterback at that point, because I don't think Will Howard is ready. I could see if Daniel Jones ends up leaving, I could see the Colts as a possibility. I could see, there's also a world where if Arizona moves off Kyler, then maybe, but like I don't think that's going to happen
But
where they do like this whole workaround just to get
do you
Tua. I don't think that's worth it.
Tua is that guy though?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, absolutely not.
he had a couple. He didn't even have a good season. He had a few good games.
He had, I think, there was 2 seasons where he was a borderline top 10 quarterback. Like that 22-23 seasons where Tyreek was putting up 1,700 yards, almost 2,000 yards from scrimmage, where Devon actually no, I think it was still Raheem Mostert at the time, where Jalen Waddle was putting up good numbers when Mike Gesicki was still on the team and he was putting up decent numbers. Like they were putting up touchdowns. They had the number one offense in football.
The crazy thing that I did see the stat is that in the 3 or 4 seasons that Tyreek's been there, how many seasons? He's been like 3 years.
4,
right?
I think, yeah.
He's been a top 5 receiver.
Oh yeah.
As far as yards, touchdowns, the whole time. So he still was that guy.
He's still producing, yeah.
So now, coming off these injuries.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what kind of version of Tyreek Hill are we going to get? Are we going to get 100% healthy Tyreek Hill at this point? Or are we going to get somewhere around like 70-80% of Tyreek Hill? I mean, 70-80% of Tyreek Hill is still a good receiver. Yeah. But depending on, who's going to scoop him up? I know we were kind of talking about it a little bit before. You were saying that KC is maybe a possibility.
The band is getting put back together, man. They're going to be put back together.
The only reason it's a possibility is because he never wanted to leave KC in the first place.
Yep.
The only reason they even negotiated with it was the Jets and the Dolphins were the 2 teams they negotiated with, was to try and get leverage with KC, and that was not even Tyreek's idea. That was his agent's idea. And look how that turned out for him.
He got paid, but
he got paid.
He went to a garbage team.
Yeah, and they turned into a decent team because Dolphins. No, his first couple years there. His first couple years there, they won I think 9 games and 10 games respectively. And I think first year I think both years they made the playoffs. I think one year they won a playoff game. I know one year they went to KC in that like frigid cold game and got mollywopped.
That's what happens.
Is what happens. But
I'm just saying, I think the band's getting put back together. I was told by somebody in the studio that there's no way that's happening, but watch. I'm telling you now, the band's getting put back together.
Maybe. Honestly, and I only have a feeling about this because I feel like this happens almost every season. There's a receiver that gets a little older, a little bit past their prime. They end up a Tennessee Titan. They always end up a Titan, dude.
He ain't going to the Titans.
Always ending up a Titan. DeAndre Hopkins ended up a Titan. Like we see, Andre Johnson, I believe, ended up a Titan as well at one point. Like we see that Randy Moss was a Titan for a little bit. Like we see this every few years.
He's not going to the Titans.
Julio Jones, Robert Woods as well. Like we see this all the time.
Okay,
man.
I don't know what the Titans do, what they got in the water in Tennessee, but he is not going to the Titans. Somebody's got to break that cycle. And he's not getting past his prime though. That's the thing. He's still producing.
Yeah, but we don't know what he's coming into.
Yeah, well, we got to at least
wait. He has no knee.
We got to wait and see what happens.
You're not in your prime coming off a knee injury like that. You're not in your prime anymore.
No.
So hold on. What happens next year if he plays and he's still 1,000-yard receiver? Are we going to be like, oh, well, he's still not?
Hey, if he's a 1,000-yard receiver and he produces well.
Depending on where he goes.
Yes.
Depending on where he goes.
If he looks like he still has it. Because we've seen guys like Travis Kelce, who this last year he had a good year, but a year prior, he was putting up decent numbers, but he didn't look fast. He didn't look anything special.
He didn't look fast this year either. So
right. So it's like he's putting up good numbers, but he looked like he took a step back. So I think it's a possibility that, Tyreek Hill could put up good numbers, but still be in that, maybe he's still a little slow, anything like that.
Like I said, we'll see where he ends up. But it really depends on where he goes.
Absolutely. No, 100% does. 100% it depends on where he's going to end up. I only say Titans just because it seems like a lot of these older receivers end up there.
Seems to be the pattern of where they end up.
Or maybe they go for Mike Evans, who
is coming back.
He's a free agent this year, and it's been said that he is going to explore his options.
He'll be a buck.
He should stay a buck.
Yeah,
he is a Tampa receiver. That is literally.
But he did say he was coming back for the 26th season.
Yeah, he did say he was coming back. So we'll see.
I think you should stay in Tampa. That's where you've been. Why?
Yeah.
You're only going to play one more year. So
you love Tampa. Like, why would you literally go anywhere? Like, that is your spot.
He's going to only play one more year. So I don't see why. But hey,
Right.
people do what they do.
No, people do what they want to do. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of wide receiver movement this year. I think if Mike Evans decides to walk, to somewhere else, Tyreek Hill is another option now. I think AJ Brown is still a conversation.
Yeah,
I think
see where he ends up.
right. Alec Pierce, wide receiver for the Colts, is a free agent this year. Although it's looking like he's probably gonna get franchise tagged. So we'll see if they want to do there. I've also seen Michael Pittman, wide receiver for the Colts. He's not a free agent, but he could be a cap casualty this year. They can free up like almost $20 million by cutting him
Oh yeah,
or trading him. So they're probably gonna cut him. There's gonna be a lot of wide receiver movement this year, I believe.
He'll end up a Raider.
Honestly, no, I don't know if he's gonna end up. He's still a solid receiver, so I think he's gonna go to a team maybe like Buffalo. I could see him going to Buffalo as a nice little, maybe not a number one option, but like he could definitely maybe kind of split with Khalil Shakir as like that number two receiver potentially.
Who's their number one option?
Right now is Khalil Shakir.
Pittman's better than him. You don't think?
It's close. I think they're on the same level.
No.
They're on the same
Okay.
level, so you can kind of go either way with it. But I think with Buffalo specifically, they need a field stretcher. So I think if they're going to go for a Colts receiver, I think they would more so go for Alec Pierce, just because he has that more downfield.
Right.
He's not like extremely fast, but
But he's more of a deeper threat than
exactly he is. I would say like a prime Mike Williams. Remember, he was getting those jump balls like crazy, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what Alec Pierce does. Like most NFL receivers, they range in like average things like average depth of target is usually around like 20-ish or average like target reception, whatever like term what you use for it. Yeah, Alec Pierce averages like 45 yards a reception or something like that. He gets down, bro.
Right,
he
right,
gets
yeah.
downfield. He's always downfield. I mean, it used to be a thing a couple years ago where it was like, F it, Tyreek's down there somewhere.
Yeah.
F it, Alex
just
AP's
throw it-
down there
yeah,
somewhere.
Just throw it. Just throw
Just
it.
throw it up. He's down there somewhere, man.
Which is crazy to me because I was like, Tyreek catching all these deep balls and like going up to catch these balls. I'm like, bro, you got to be like 5'4". Like,
Yeah, he's like 5'9", I think. Yeah.
like, what are you doing? But
Right.
it is what it is on that. Okay, so is there any other NFL news?
Yes. So I just saw just before this, there's a few things that happened today actually. Robert Woods, longtime NFL receiver for a plethora of teams, Buffalo, LA Rams,
Right.
Texans. He been all over. But he's a fantastic receiver. He actually just retired today. So he is officially,
he
after 12 years in the NFL, he is officially calling it quits. He signed a 1-day contract with the Rams to retire a Ram.
Yeah, I know
he'll be
his
done.
dad is a coach for the Rams.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I know that because I remember he was playing. I want to say, was it the Texans after the Rams? Who do you play for after the Rams?
I believe it was the Titans, I think, after the
Okay,
Rams.
because I remember they were playing a game, and then after the game, they were talking about how his dad
Yeah.
and all this extra
Yeah, because
stuff.
I think it went Buffalo, Rams, Titans, Texans, and then Steelers.
Okay. No, I think it was the Texans. He was playing on the Texans.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so he retired, huh?
Yeah, so he
Okay.
is done. He was one of the guys that like when Sean McVay was first starting to become a head coach,
Mm-hmm.
he and along with Andrew Whitworth were two of the guys that they signed to that offseason to kind of like bolster the roster.
Right,
And
right.
he was a big reason why they made it to the Super Bowl during Jared Goff's, I think, second or third season. And so, he matters so much to that Rams organization. So he's
That's
done.
cool.
He retires as a Ram.
I love it when like organizations they'll sign you for that 1 day, so that way you can retire.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No, I love that. And then I just saw one other thing too. Rich Bisaccia, the special teams coordinator for the Packers, quit. He stepped away from the team. He is done. So
He's retiring, or he just quit the Packers.
he just like stepped down. It's like the same thing with Mike Tomlin, I think. He just
okay.
stepped down. He's done. But I saw Matt LaFleur. He's like, hey, you know what? We really appreciate everything that he's done. He's a great, coach. He's a great leader. And I'm excited for what he's got
going next.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't sound like it was like a, hey, you either quit or you're fired type situation. I think it was more of just like a,
He was done.
he would, he'd been there for only a few years though. He was only there for like 3 or 4 seasons. But he was like, I think it's my time. He was ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So like nothing too crazy.
Right.
But a couple of little bits
Listen,
and pieces.
it's the off season. Mm-hmm. The off season has begun, so it's always going to be here and there as far as like the NFL
Right.
news.
I
But
mean-
speaking of that, let's get into some NBA talk.
Let's talk NBA and go.
So this past weekend was the All-Star weekend, starting Friday with the celebrity game, which was terrible. I'm not gonna lie, the celebrity game, like when Taco Fall is the main guy in the celebrity game, and is he really a celebrity?
Nah, he's an NBA player.
But-
Like I don't even like. I know he's retired or whatever, but
Nah,
like,
he's just playing overseas.
oh, he's playing overseas.
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
playing
know.
overseas.
Okay, yeah.
And when he's the main guy, the main attraction in the celebrity
Right.
game, where there was some kid in there where he had red hair, and every time he touched the ball, the girls would scream. So he must be
That I
an
don't know.
influencer or somebody. But I didn't have a clue who the hell he was.
Didn't know. I know
But-
Jeremy Lin was playing in that game too.
Barely. He barely, he made a shot or two, but it was, bro, when I tell you this, and I watched it because I was just like, oh, it's All-Star Weekend. Maybe they'll do something, No, it was brutal.
Right.
The HBCU game that they had on after the celebrity game was a lot better.
Was it
than
a lot
that.
more entertaining?
Yeah, it was a lot more entertaining than that.
Mhm.
And then the Saturday night events where they did the coolest thing I saw, besides Dame Time doing what he does, was that they did the teams, and you had Team Harper. So you had Ron Harper Jr., and then I think his other name was Tyler. Is it Tyler? What is it?
Dylan Harper.
Dylan. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Harper boys and Pops playing.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm gonna lie. No, I'm not gonna lie. Ron, I was about to say Ron looked like he still got a little. No, he didn't. He didn't have it. But I thought it was cool. Your Pops played in the NBA, and both his sons play in the NBA.
Right.
Like one plays for the Celtics, other one plays for the Spurs. So they're like, one of them's actually like a legit player. Like, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Slam dunk contest. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the right here. Yeah.
They needed to go ahead and retire that. It was
Well,
know what it was? There was nothing that so Reggie Miller
yeah.
was talking shit. Reggie Miller was talking shit.
He always.
He
does,
was
man.
like, we've seen these dunks before. Like,
Which-
no, there was not one dunk that we have not seen before.
Right. Which, yeah, if that's the case, that's the case.
He was
right.
like, we've seen these dunks before. Dwight Howard gave your boy a 47 on a basic dunk. The boy from the Lakers.
Jackson Hayes.
Jason, the worst dunk I've ever seen in a slam dunk contest. He literally just dunked it like a regular ass dunk, not a windmill, not a like blow the candle, nothing. It was just a regular dunk, and he got such a high score on it. Reggie was like flipping out. He was like, "What the hell?
What was that? That wasn't
Dwight, what do you think?" And
Right.
then he was like, "Somebody needs to go ask him." Ask Dwight. Oh man, I just got caught up in the moment. The moment of what?
right.
Because he's tall and you're tall.
That's
Like,
right.
Yeah, the slam dunk
Yeah.
contest was terrible. The 3-point contest was pretty dope. Dame Time won it, but Dame Time should have lost. Booker had 3 shots, and all he had to do was hit one of them to tie, 2 of them to win
Right. And we'll
on the last rack, and went 0 for 3.
bro. No.
And was like, could not believe that he went 0 for 3.
That's crazy.
Nah,
He
missed the first 2, and then the last one's the money ball. If he'd hit the money ball, he would have tied.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, dang, Book,
No.
it was yours, and you gave it up.
Right. Now, for me, like I love Damian Lillard. He's a fun
Yeah.
player to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Love him. I don't like that he was in the 3-point contest.
Well, you
got to
think, though, he was only in, and he talked about that. He was like, he asked the NBA, he was like, look, I've won it twice. Only a certain amount of people have won it 3 times. Only Craig Hodges and Larry Bird have ever won it 3 times.
Sure.
So he went to the NBA and was like, I know I haven't played, but can you let me? I've won it twice.
I get that.
Well, you got to think, Ben.
But there was a year Craig Hodges was not in the NBA. He wasn't signed to a team, and he had won 3 in a row. And to defend his title, he came back, not even in the league, and he wore a jersey that just said NBA. It was just a generic jersey. But so, I mean, if you allow that to happen, you have to allow. But my thing is, with insurance reasons and contract reasons,
Right.
what if he would have hurt his knee again?
Right.
No, I feel
That's
you
what I'm
on
saying,
that.
yeah.
I feel you on that.
Like my thing is like if you're not playing minutes,
Hey, maybe he had to sign a waiver. We don't know. He didn't.
Probably.
They didn't talk about all that. But he said because he was getting interviewed and they asked him, like, you're coming back. You ain't played all season. You're on the injured list, yada, yada. He was like, look, I've won it twice. I went to the NBA and asked.
Right.
And they said, yeah. So he might have had to, I'm sure he had to sign something.
Yeah, I mean, he probably did. But like, my thing is more so just like, if you're a guy that you're on a literal like season ending, like you're not playing, you haven't played a single minute of NBA ball this year. Why are you in the NBA 3-point contest?
Because he's still in the league. It's not that he's not in the league. He's still a player.
I get that.
And like you just heard what Quanbom just said, look, they let Craig Hodges come back and he wasn't even in the league. So,
which, I mean, you know.
Look, he just wore a jersey that said NBA.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Which I kind of felt the same way, like when they brought it, and I love Mac McClung as like, I love that he kind of like revived the dunk contest, but
they should have let him in.
He wasn't even like,
they didn't even ask him.
he was a G League guy. He wasn't even like,
Yeah.
like that's not even.
But you got to think the G League is still affiliated with the NBA.
Yeah, but it's like
It's not like he was playing over in Turkey and they
Right.
called him up. But
it's
he
like,
said they didn't even ask him
right.
to be in it this year.
Which now it's like, you know, he's been playing NBA minutes now. He's been playing little two-way contracts with like the Bulls, you know, kind of bits and pieces over the last couple of years. I mean, with that, I think he could, because he was going to be the best dunker on the fucking court.
I mean, he's won it.
He was a
Twice?
three-time. He was a three-time.
Like
3 in a row.
they said the dunk contest ain't been good since Levine and
Was it?
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon.
I almost said Cat, which is.
And they kept showing like replays of that. And I was like, damn, you're right. I watched that whole slam dunk contest
that was
last
a
night.
good
I ain't gonna
slam
lie.
dunk contest, man.
Because like those were dunks that I hadn't seen before.
Right, they
did a couple dunks that I hadn't seen.
Yeah, doing crazy windmills or jumping over cars and shit.
Oh,
like
the one Aaron Gordon did where he grabbed it off from the Muppet's hand and went underneath his legs and then dunked it with the like.
Right, we had never seen nothing like that.
No. And then it's crazy. You know what's really crazy? Because then now all I see is like all these people that are like professional dunkers,
right?
Like doing all these dunks, and I'm like, that would have won the contest.
Right.
That would have won the contest.
Right. Yeah, there's one guy whose name I don't know, but I know he's like a professional dunker. He's the one with that blue hair.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He does dunk contests. Like he does little like semi-professional dunk contests constantly. Like this is his thing, and he's like analyzing all these dunks. He's like, bro, this is like high school level dunking. What are we talking about right now?
It was wild.
I posted Craig Hodges picture on the screen for you guys.
No,
Oh
NBA.
my god, that's insane. That's
NBA.
insane.
Hey.
That is insane.
Well, we know he didn't win, but hey, at least
Yeah, you didn't win with that jersey on.
not with that jersey.
They're like, we can't let someone who's not even here.
Listen, yeah, but so
Like-
the actual All-Star game though,
Yeah.
on Sunday,
The round robin was really
the round
cool.
robin, that was really cool. I found that to be really cool. The only reason I found it to be really cool because most All-Star games lately has been, why are we doing this? I'm like, don't turn this into what the NFL has done and turn the Pro Bowl into a flag football game.
Right.
Don't do that. But they was playing. They was playing like they was playing for some money or something.
Yeah. No, I loved it because Wemby, he kind of came out the gate and was just like, this is a basketball game. This is my job. I will take this shit seriously.
And you could tell he was pissed when he lost the first game.
Yeah.
He was pissed. He was like, why are we trapping this dude?
What are we doing?
Trapped the guy. They needed a 3-pointer to win.
Yeah.
The dude was open for the 2. They trapped the guy for the 2. He kicked it out. Oh boy, hit a 3. Wemby was walking down the court pissed.
Yeah.
Pissed. I was like, okay.
No, I love that though. I love that we're taking what is supposed to be kind of like, not only supposed to be like a super fun, just kind of like
Right.
casual vibe. Like he's taking it seriously. Like he's like, this is my job. I'm going to take this seriously. And that's why Anthony Edwards was saying like, man, Wemby, you set the tone.
He set the tone.
Like you set the tone. This was we're going to take this seriously. This is going to be like, you weren't going to just like play ball. This is not going to be like a normal all-star game. This is going to be some real shit.
Now, Quanbom, I got a question for you. Let's talk about what you were talking about earlier. Talk about they need to not play the world team. They need to cancel.
Yeah, I
all
didn't
that.
like the world versus U.S. Just because there's not really going to be enough world players all the time. And then
Right.
the U.S. team was basically split up into young and old.
Yeah.
Right.
And I just think you should have 3 captains and pick 3 good teams don't try to separate the U.S. and world. Like, we know it's a world game. You don't we know there's a lot of international players in the NBA now.
Yes.
You don't have to prove it by having a world team against NBA teams. Because what if, like it happened this time, you were missing the 4 best players from the world team?
Right.
Yeah.
There's no
Well,
Shea,
maybe
no
not the
Jokic.
4 because you had Wemby there, but 4 of the top 5 best players in
Right.
the world, we're not playing for that team.
Right.
So there's going to be a limited amount. So just pick teams. I still like the tournament style though with
Yeah, that
with
was
the
cool.
4
Yeah.
games. But there needs to be an intermission between game 3 and 4 because what happened is USA
Strikes,
Balding
yeah.
Balding Gray
I think they were the
played 3
Strikes.
games in a row.
Right.
And by game 3, which is the championship, you want to see those teams play even harder. You want to
Yeah, they
you want
were
to see the last
gassed.
game be the best game.
They were
Right.
gassed.
And that game that was the only bad game of the 4 because they were too tired because they just played 3 in a row.
Right.
And you don't have a bench. I mean, you have two guys on the bench, something like
Right.
that.
That's not a bench, yeah, at that point.
No, they had a bench. There was like,
Just like 2 or 3 guys.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
like 2
yeah.
or 3 guys is not a bench.
Yeah.
well, you got to think they're playing 12 minutes. It's
But
12
still, you're playing 12 hard minutes where you're not getting like there wasn't a lot of timeouts in those games.
That's true.
And there wasn't a big intermission between them. So instead of a halftime show like you usually have in games, do a intermission between the 3rd and 4th game. Have a little concert like they do. Have Rihanna shake something.
Well, they could do it like they do in hockey. Have those little. It doesn't have to
I
be
just don't
as
think
long.
you need a big intermission between every period. I just
Right.
think between
The
like
3rd and
before,
4th?
before the
Yeah.
championship game, let whatever team rest because the other team didn't play for 2 games in a row,
Yeah.
and the last team played 3 in a row.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and
it was a
you
little
said,
unfair like
and
that.
like you said, you could tell because they got blown out.
Yeah.
They got touched.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no. I think there definitely, like you said, there definitely needs to be a break in between games 3 and 4, or just right before that championship game, because maybe they do 4 or 5 group teams or whatever, do something like that.
Well, I would honestly tell you, if you were to grade the whole weekend and 10's the highest score, because I watched it all, I would really only give it a 6. And the only reason they're getting a 6 is because Sunday those games saved the whole weekend. Because
No,
Friday,
if that failed, All-Star weekend
oh
would
my
be in
Lord.
jeopardy.
Yeah, because
It
Friday
would have been a 3.
Friday was a bust.
Yeah,
Saturday was a bust. And then if those, like you said, if those games would have been terrible, if they wouldn't have played,
right.
oh man.
But then something I talked to you guys about, we know that the networks, there's 50 networks broadcasting NBA games now, right?
Oh, yeah.
They did not do a good job of letting us know because for 30 years, I've watched NBA All-Star Saturday night at 5 p.m. West Coast time every single year for the last 30 years of my life. I came to the studio excited to watch it, even though I didn't really want to, but I'm like, it's a tradition. Luckily, I didn't invite anybody over because
We would all be
I couldn't
pissed.
find it.
Right.
And then I go to ESPN app to see when it starts or what network it's on.
Damn, they're over.
And no, it's over.
oh yeah, because you said you started at
It
5.
started.
Yeah.
It started at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
West
Actually,
Coast time.
It started
at 5
at
p.m.
1:30 because they did NBA Showtime.
Yeah.
for
Well,
that
the pregame and
that
stuff like
30
that.
minutes, and then it started at 2:00.
But that's crazy because 2 o'clock in LA on a Saturday, people are not even awake yet.
Right. Like they're
Yeah.
still like at home getting ready
Oh,
to do.
And there's
whatever.
there's nothing wrong with the East Coast having it on at 8 o'clock. Like that works. You
Yeah,
don't-
that works for
Like
them.
it didn't make any sense to me that they did it so early. So I think that hurt it too. And I know a lot of people I talked to didn't know it was on that early.
right.
So you saying that what makes it crazy is that it's been the most watched,
I saw that. Yeah.
like
Most watched All Star game. Ever.
most watched All-Star game, not ever, but like in the past 10, 15 years.
But I'm talking about All-Star Saturday.
Oh yeah,
I know the
Saturday.
ratings for Saturday could not have been that high.
Yeah, I don't know those were, but yeah, Saturday was a bust anyway. Like I said,
Right.
the 3-point contest was cool, but
But the game being back on NBC is dope. Like I love
Yeah.
NBC.
they
you
even
know,
had
it was-
John Tesh
yeah, they had John Tesh there.
performing. He did a little performance. A girl was like, "Oh, John Tesh, I haven't seen him," and I was like, "John Tesh, yeah." She got a little hyped over John Tesh.
Yeah,
I was like-
getting a little excited over there.
Yeah,
You
she
don't
was.
get hyped up too. Bob Costas introduced him, so it was like old school NBA
Yeah, it was
on NBC.
Yeah, but
I like
even Bob Costas was like, "Hey, I haven't been here in a while."
It's like,
So-
thanks for the job back.
Right. Thanks,
Right.
guys, for the
And
call.
NBC's getting Major League Baseball this season too again.
Oh, that'll be cool.
So Bob Costas is back with
Back.
NBC after not being there for a long time. He's like, it's back to the 90s over here at NBC.
Right.
But yeah, it was like I said, the round robin was cool. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It was a basketball weekend, man. You know,
Absolutely, yeah. Now I will say, we've been talking about All-Star Weekend for a minute. It's still NBA, but
Mhm.
something I saw Adam Silver talk about. I don't know if you guys caught this recently. There's been wind that Adam Silver is going to try and completely nuke the draft to try and stop tanking.
I know that
Like,
he's
that's an
looking
actual-
into
That's
it.
an actual thing.
I
that
know
could
he's
happen.
looking into.
Just eliminating the draft and making the rookies, quote unquote, free agents, and they can kind of just pick and choose whoever to go to.
Really?
Yes, that is like an actual.
Yeah, that definitely happened because he's mad with everybody tanking, especially so early in the season. But let me tell you why that's impossible to happen. You would have to run that through the owners and the CBA and all that.
Yep, and it would never go.
It
never
wouldn't go, first of all. But there's been a lot of trades that depend on draft picks. So even
Yeah.
that, you couldn't even do
Right.
that till like 2030, 31.
Yeah,
Even if you wanted to try to do something like that.
And there's
So
gotta
it was
be
it was just a threat.
They would still have to keep like a rookie cap
Yeah, they
on
definitely
that
have
too,
a
because
rookie
then you would
cap.
have
Yeah.
you'd have like
you'd have the Lakers and the Celtics taking the Lakers, the Celtics,
the
Heat,
Knicks,
the
Knicks
Spurs.
got loot, but then you'd have franchises like Milwaukee wouldn't get nobody.
No,
You know,
honestly,
hey,
Minnesota wouldn't get nobody.
speaking of All-Star Weekend, the Intuit Dome, that thing looks nice.
Yeah, into
that
it though.
thing
That's Clippers,
It's
right?
a new Clipper Dome,
Yeah.
at the arena. That looks nice.
Yeah,
Nice. I like how the seats they light up.
yeah.
Like they were going along with the music and stuff, like changing colors, and yeah, it looks nice in there.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's funny you mentioned Intuit Dome. I saw a thing it was a few weeks ago, where somebody bought a ticket to go to a Clippers game, but he was a fan of whoever the other team was, right? He bought a ticket to sit in the wall, which is like the fan section that they put right behind, it was to basically whenever the opposing team is shooting free throws and stuff, to basically use the fans to fuck with
Yeah.
the players and stuff, right? So he was wearing his team's merch or whatever in the fan section. The people working at the Intuit Dome literally put a note on his seat, said it was something along the verbiage of, hey, this section is for Clippers fans. If you're going to wear that stuff, you can go sit somewhere else or leave.
The hell?
It was literally this is not the place for that. It was something you could find a screenshot of it online, and I'm paraphrasing, of course, but it was basically this is a Clippers section, a Clippers fan section. This is seats meant for Clippers fans. If you cannot
This
wear
ain't-
the
what
other
are you trying to turn
teams-
into the student section?
That's basically what they're doing with it. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And he was just I cannot believe I paid for this ticket, and this is and he's like, I didn't even see this when I bought the ticket. I just bought the ticket.
right.
So
But no, that arena is nice. That arena is nice, man. It almost makes you want to go to a Clipper game. Almost.
yeah, the six
Yeah,
people
I
that
can't see.
yeah.
Wanting to go to. A
I
Clipper game.
couldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
So now that we have the second half of the NBA season is about to ramp up,
Yep.
and really start getting good.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this whole LeBron thing? That this might be his
I
last
mean,
season.
If this is his last year, man, I mean, he had a great career. I mean, you can't say anything other than that. You can be upset with him leaving Cleveland or whatever, and maybe how certain interactions with his teammates or whatever went. I don't care. LeBron is now obviously I never watched Jordan play, so I can't speak on Jordan's greatness. LeBron is a fantastic ball player, and if you want to say he's the greatest of all time, you want to say Jordan's the greatest of all time. I don't care either way. I mean, yeah, LeBron may not have as many titles as Jordan, but he also holds, a majority of the records.
The one thing they hold against LeBron now, I watched Jordan play.
Yeah.
And even watching Jordan play, Jordan wasn't my favorite player, but I mean, it's Michael Jordan. Let's just be real.
Right.
If you're a basketball fan, you liked Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
If you were able to watch him play. I was always a big Hakeem Olajuwon fan.
Okay, yeah.
I was
Hakeem the Dream.
Hakeem the Dream. That was my guy. But the thing they hold against LeBron is that the fact that he's been to 10 finals
Yep.
and lost 6 of them.
Yep.
That's really
But-
the only thing you can hold against the guy.
But it's there's a lot of the teams that he's faced have been some of the greatest, of this generation. Whether it was like the Spurs, like early Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, all of them, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, all these
No,
boys.
I get that.
Like the Warriors dynasty in their prime.
But when people talk about the greatest, that's the one thing they hold against them. You can't hold anything else against them.
Right.
So they like, oh, well, he's been to 10 finals and lost 6. But he made it to 10 finals. And,
Right. And he dragged
and he
some teams.
carried 7 of those teams to
Easy.
those finals.
Because
Like,
there's
look,
some of those
there's
Cleveland
a couple.
teams.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Yeah,
some of those
there's
Cleveland teams were awful.
that should not have been there.
But do you
Right.
think it's because when he went to Miami to join the super team and they had that little press conference, he said, not
At the-
5, not 6, not 7.
Yeah.
Like he was acting like they were going to win 10 in a row.
Well, it all started
and
with
so
the
when
decision.
you go and then the decision, and then when you go in that first year, you have the super team that's supposed to win, not 4,
Right.
not 5, not 6. They lose to Dallas that wasn't even supposed to pass the first round.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like things like that. Yeah, they won the next 2,
Right.
but
They focus more
they,
on
it's
losing.
that's the thing that when
Buffalo
you-
Bills lost 4 Super Bowls. You don't give them credit for going.
yeah, it's like,
True.
and they went to 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah. Well,
But it sucks that it's like that
yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks that it's like that, man. Because it's like
because they're known for losing 4 in a row instead of getting there 4
Going
times in a
for
row.
yeah,
right.
which is crazy.
Right. Which I mean, honestly, but that's two sides of the same coin. You know what I mean? It really is. So like, if you want to, dog, yeah. Honestly, yeah, you get to 4 Super Bowls, you should probably walk away with one of them. Like with one of them would like 1 of 4 is at least something.
Well,
Going
you got to
0 for
think
4.
their best chance out of those 4 Super Bowls
Right.
was their first one,
Mm.
because I remember they lost to the Giants by a field goal
Yeah.
at the end of the game, and I remember that because I think it was like my freshman year of high school or something,
Yeah.
and I remember
Scott Norwood.
he kicked. It was like
That was the game winner. It
The
was
game
like a
winner was that
30
field,
something yard field goal. It wasn't
Yeah.
even a bad one.
but it was their game winner, and then Washington put it on them, and then Dallas put it on them twice, but they went to 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, and that's the thing with LeBron. Like we're saying, like yeah, he went 4 for 10, but he went to 10 finals. He dragged probably 5 or 6 teams that should not have been there. I mean, there was points where honestly I couldn't tell you the second best player on a lot of those Cleveland teams.
you got to think though,
Like,
there's
I
a
couldn't
lot
tell
of
you.
there's a lot of great NBA players that never even made the finals.
One of them,
Chris Paul.
well, Chris Paul made it, but he never won one.
Charles Barkley?
Wait,
Barkley?
who Chris Paul make it with?
Phoenix when they played Milwaukee.
Oh, I forgot about that finals.
I don't think Barkley made it to a finals.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
When he was with Phoenix?
against the Bulls. They were supposed to beat the Bulls. He got the MVP that year. Thunder Dan, Kevin Johnson.
Thunder Dan. I remember
Okay, yeah.
Jordan said, I'm locking this fool up.
But like, there's a lot of players that they are one of the greatest at their position, and they either never get one or they never get there. Like Chris Paul, we were just saying, like, yeah, he didn't win one. Honestly, there's a couple years where like they honestly could have. Like the year that he was with the Rockets, they
got
went
hurt.
they
Yeah,
went
he
toe to
got
toe with the best Warriors team, one of the best teams,
And they
ever
should have won
constructed.
that. They should have won that, but he got hurt.
Right. If he didn't get, he tweaked his hamstring in Game 5, I think,
Yeah.
and that's what like sold the series.
Well, then the Rockets went 2 for 75 from 3-point line in Game 7.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that too. But I'm like,
Let me tell you why LeBron
He said 2
is.
for 75.
There's a 0% chance this is LeBron's last year.
Why is
You
that?
want to know why?
Why?
It's LeBron James. He's great. He's one of the best of all time. There's 0 chance he's not having a farewell tour. This is LeBron.
Now,
he puts crowns on his own head.
I was
There's
thinking about
zero chance this is his
I was
last year.
thinking about
I
that
can-
too.
yeah.
Like he has not.
You will know when it's his last year.
Because I feel like so next year when he goes to Cleveland
yeah,
and he ends his career in Cleveland, we'll know. So the NBA season starts in October or late September.
yeah,
It's in October. We'll know in August if it's going to be his last.
We'll
season.
at least know the way we found out with Kobe, which
Yeah.
was about a month into his last
because
season.
he's got to give us a chance to prepare
right,
for. So
This
we
is
can,
LeBron. He's not going out quietly.
right. And it kind of reminds me of Dirk and his retirement, because I don't know if you guys remember this. Dirk and I saw him do an interview about this within the last few years. he did not think that was going to be his last year. Like he didn't plan on his last year being his last year.
Did
But
he not see how he played?
Well, no. So no. So this is how it went. Before the season, he had no plans of retiring that year at all. This is for, you could watch the interview and he could explain it better, obviously, but he didn't plan on retiring that year. But then I don't know if someone I can't remember if it was like someone in the Mavericks organization started talking or what, but a rumor started that this was going to be his last year, and then every team he went to. Every
farewell thing for him.
Exactly. Every single time they went on an away game, they did the whole thing, video, a tribute thing, literally made it a whole spectacle. He's like, well, shit, I got to retire now. Like, I don't get a choice now.
Hey.
Like, I can't.
That sounds like a Cuban thing. That sounds like some Mark Cuban would set up. Like, I don't want to pay you anymore, Dirk.
Right, you're done.
Nah.
You're done. No,
That was Luka's rookie year.
Yeah, that was Luka's. Yeah.
But like I said, I think he's going to end up in Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Finished his career in Cleveland where it started.
Yep.
And then
It depends if he wants to move.
Well,
At this age, his daughter's playing volleyball. There's a lot of sports going on with the family.
But that you don't have to move.
You're going to be gone all year if you don't move.
I mean, there's a lot of players. I think even Dame, his family, like when he was in Milwaukee, all his family and stuff was still important.
If he wants to stay in LA will take him back, but you're not making $50 million a year.
Well, you guys
No,
I'll put it to you like
you can
this.
get $30 million.
This is what I
You're
think.
not getting 50.
When you're that rich, going to Cleveland, you going to still see your family.
right.
You could see him on the weekends, or you could see him whenever. Like you're going to see him,
and then you
because
go to LA
it
and
ain't
play
nothing
the
but
away games.
hop in your private jet, and you
Right.
So
Yeah.
I see how we would see it. Like you don't want to move way over there because then your kids are in school. Well, really, your daughter's in school.
Yeah,
Like,
But
otherwise-
when you got 3 or 4 games a week, though, that's not the easiest thing to do because
Yeah.
you still have practice even when you don't have games.
No,
so
no,
it's
I
not
get
like
it.
it's easy to
right.
do
No,
that even if you do have a private jet or teleportation.
Absolutely. But then you're still going to have the
Teleportation.
games where you play at, I'm going to call it Staples Center because I'm not calling it crypto.
Crypto.
I'm not doing that. No, it's the Staples Center.
That's
Like
crypto
when you have
arena, man.
when you have games at the Staples Center or at the Inuit Dome, you're still going to be in the LA, and you're going to have those pretty often.
you're still going to be there.
That's what I think they play 4 games versus each or something like that, like 3 or 4. I forget how many it is. So it's like that's at least 5 or 6 games
Right.
throughout the year that you're going to be in the area. There you can that's you have that at least, and even too, your kids are probably going to try and make their way out to see you play in Cleveland or
one of them's
whether
in the
it's
NBA,
Phoenix.
but maybe not for long. Even though I think Bronny got skills.
He's solid. He's decent for like a role player.
Listen,
He's a decent
he
role
can
player.
shoot. He can play. He just got to get some PT. That's what I feel like. Give him some PT and see what happens.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
And then
Bryce.
Bryce is in college.
He's
He
playing-
redshirted the year, so where he's going to be next year. So
Right.
I mean, you're going to be spread out, but your wife going to hold it down. So
Right. I mean, yeah, I definitely, I mean, there's a possibility that
it's not
this
like
could
you
be
got to
his
find a
last.
place to live. You own houses in Cleveland,
Right,
so-
you got so much going on over there. I mean, that's your spot.
Yeah, you can go
That's-
visit your school
that's
on your
your
off
city.
days.
Right, you'll go
'Cause
be
he cares about that.
Mr. James in the
Hey,
classroom.
you
And,
can't talk mess about LeBron.
no, I mean, you can dislike him. I don't care. He's one of, if not the greatest player. Period. Point
Definitely in
blank,
your
period.
generation.
Oh, he's by far the best player in my generation. I mean, because you have a lot of solid players, whether it be Kobe, who's still part of my generation. He
Right.
played for most of my childhood and stuff. You have like Pau Gasol and like all these Shaq, all these guys. But LeBron, man, like he
He just has that longevity. Like
Right. I would
he's-
say like him and like Steph Curry are like the two like players of my generation. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
Curry was drafted in 2009. I was almost 7 years old when he was drafted. But like
It
that is
happens.
that is someone that I grew up watching. And as much as a Sacramento Kings fan, I don't like the Warriors. Like he's a damn good ball player, and he changed how basketball
Right.
played. So it's like there's a lot of fantastic. I think honestly, the 2010s had some of the best. Like that is like quality defining basketball. A lot of it, yeah. Like yeah, some of it got a little soft, fine. But like
Okay.
in terms of the
Yeah,
quality
there
of
we
like
go.
the players itself, the players themselves, whether it's LeBron, whether it's D Wade, Shaq, Kobe, Steph, Tim Duncan was still playing up until I think like 2014. I mean, we've seen so many great teams and great players come through. Like that is a fantastic era of basketball, at least from a player's perspective.
It was.
Yeah, like you want to
But
say
I even
like,
feel like
the
this.
rules or whatever.
I even
fine,
feel like this new generation of basketball players is good too because
fantastic.
man, you
love
know
it.
you got Ant-Man, you got Wemby,
You got
Wemby.
Tyrese Halliburton, I think, is a fantastic.
I think he's a good player. He's a good player.
Shea, J-Dub, Chet, all those boys from the Thunder. I mean, you still
And
have
then
Jalen Brunson.
It's crazy too because then we forget about Tatum, who's just hurt.
Yeah, Jalen Brown, who's balling right now.
He actually might be coming back soon.
Maybe, yeah. He's starting to play for the G League.
He's starting to play. And then Brown balling.
Yeah,
So,
Jalen Brown, honestly, with how he's like kind of, I don't want to say carrying the Celtics, but how he's playing with the Celtics, he's probably got a shot at MVP.
I was just about to say.
Like, he's got a shot at MVP this year. Because, I mean, Shea's been hurt. And kind of, I don't know if Shea, I haven't really seen too much with Shea as far as like, if he's like taking as much of a step back. But like, Jalen Brown is playing damn good ball right now.
Well, it's getting to the point where a lot of the MVP leaders aren't even going to be eligible.
Yeah, because they've missed so many games.
Right.
Luka, Jokic, and SGA are starting to get to that
Right.
they can miss 17 games, I think.
Yeah, because I think it has to be 65 games that they have to play, yeah.
So
you can only miss 17. SGA's missed a few weeks now.
Right.
Same
He's
thing.
missed, like, 10
Luka's
games.
up and down. Jokic is up and down in and out of the lineup.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I know
he
LeBron's
might win
already-
it by default.
Right. Jalen Brown's probably going to be the best player that they can actually select.
right.
Like, if we're going to be honest.
Him and Spider.
True. Yeah. Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. Although there's also been questions if Donovan Mitchell stays with Cleveland after this year.
Oh, he'll be
I've
there.
seen it. I've seen questions about it, circling the interwebs.
He'll be there. I think he will be. But okay. So hey, NBA is only ramping up. We've got it's almost March.
Yep, March Madness coming up.
So college basketball is starting to look really good. I'm a North Carolina fan, so watching North Carolina play has always brought me joy.
Yeah.
I know they just switched up the rankings a little bit because Arizona lost twice in the past 2 weeks. They lost twice in 1 week.
I know BYU's lost a lot as well.
So you got Michigan is like the new number 1, and I know Arizona slipped to number 4.
Yep. Yeah, BYU's down to like number 22 or something like that, 24.
I think North Carolina's still at 11. We were at 14, and we went up to 11 when we beat Duke. College basketball, like I said, it's ramping up. It's ramping up.
Absolutely, yeah.
March Madness is going to be really good this year. There's some really good players, really good players this year. So excited about that.
Yeah. And even too, like the women's, college basketball too, because you have I forget what her name is, but the girl that's on the Iowa State team who that she's
the big girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember what her name is off the top of my head, but
that girl balls.
Yeah.
That girl
Precious is crazy.
She don't play like Precious. That girl balls.
But I've also seen, like, she's really good on offense, but does nothing on defense. Nothing. Like I've seen a bunch of like videos and stuff of people like looking over like her tape and everything like that. When she's supposed to defend, she kind of just like looks and just like stands there. She doesn't like put her hands up. She doesn't guard. She doesn't do nothing. She just kind of like exists there.
Saves all her energy for the offensive.
I guess.
That ain't gonna make it.
But it's
you ain't gonna last that way.
But it's like you're in the paint.
Right.
And you're just standing there. You're not doing anything. So
Yeah,
like, what's the point of you being in the paint?
That ain't gonna work.
What you doing in the paint then?
Let me see. Oh, so shout out to Michael Jordan in NASCAR.
Okay, yeah.
Your squad.
Looking like Michael Jackson with that little boy.
That's crazy.
Hey, that's the driver.
That's crazy.
That's the driver.
That's the driver's son.
That's crazy.
He was kind of like thinking it was like a game, man. I seen him slapping a lot of ass. So I'm not gonna lie. I was like, MJ, this is a whole nother sport, brother.
I mean, he's a sports guy, so, and that's like a sports,
But they won the Daytona 500, so that was cool. Especially after you win in that lawsuit against NASCAR, because he sued NASCAR, thinking it was a monopoly on like only certain teams getting the most capabilities as far as the best product, whichever car. I'm like, you guys all kind of get the same car parts, don't you? Because they do all those tests before the races that you can only, like, the car can only be so high off the ground. It can only,
right.
Excuse me. They do all this stuff, but he sued NASCAR feeling like, okay, so you have, let's say if there's 20 teams, you can't have like 4 teams like you say, you have the Dodgers, the Yankees
Right.
over here, but they've got all this money to do all this stuff, and then you got like Milwaukee over here, or like some random baseball team.
Right.
So he sued NASCAR for that, and won.
Yeah.
He won, and then I would say probably like he just won this maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. 2 months later, he wins the Daytona 500. His team wins the Daytona. This is like their biggest race that they've won.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, it is on it. Well, that and the Indy is like the two biggest races.
Well, I've been to the Daytona 500.
Okay, yeah.
It's a dope experience. It's
I've never been to a NASCAR.
I've been to, because when I lived out in Florida, my ex's sister worked for the track,
Okay, yeah.
and she had got us tickets.
Yeah. Well, and I know that we got the speedway out here, so I'm like, maybe,
you got to go out to one of the races. I mean, at first I was like, how can you just watch cars go around and around? I thought that was kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie, but when you go there and you're like,
you're like having maybe a burger, maybe a drink. You're just kind of chilling.
It's a lot more involved. You're like, damn, okay. Especially if you like pick a driver that you want to win or something. You're just like vested in some kind of way.
Right.
NASCAR is pretty dope. I don't know if I could get into. Well, actually, I say I can to F1. Because like I was watching all those little F1 shows on Netflix and all that kind of stuff, and it seems like that stuff's pretty cool. But that seems way more dangerous than
absolutely. Because those cars are so much thinner. There's so much less to them. But I think honestly, like what you were saying with like NASCAR is kind of how I used to feel about hockey. I used to be like, why would anyone want to watch this? It just doesn't. And then I had a buddy of mine that was just like, hey, you know what? You want to go to a game? Because we have the nights out here. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go. Let's hit myself in the fit. Fuck it. We'll go. We'll go to a game. As long as tickets aren't crazy, we'll go to a game.
Right.
Tickets were like $50, nothing crazy. Whatever. And I'm like, having some food, having some drinks. I was like, shit, this is really fun.
Listen, I remember
awesome.
My first Golden Knights game was on New Year's, like 2 years ago.
Okay, yeah.
And I had never been to a professional hockey game before. Yeah. Man, like,
dude, it's so much fun.
It was dope.
So
I'm not gonna lie. It was so much fun. Like how all the fans are so involved. Like I was kind of like, now it's fast. Like, it's the game started, and I didn't even realize the game had started. I was like, what the hell?
Right.
And so like it was a dope experience, man. Especially for it was a professional game. Like it was dope. And I didn't understand the intermissions at first. I was like, why it's like 18 minutes, 20 minutes intermission? There's like 2 more of these? I was like, what the hell's going on? But then you realize for the periods, it's like nonstop.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes just nonstop.
Yeah, it's nonstop. I was like, yeah, I need a break after that too.
Yeah. Well, and then it's even too, they have to scrape off the ice and make sure it's not always like, big cuts in it. So they got to
There's
clean
a lot
it up.
involved. Yeah, it's definitely a lot involved. So,
but yeah, no, it's really cool. I mean, yeah, because the game that I went to, I think it was a Golden Knights Devils was the game that I went to, which the Devils were not and are not a good hockey team. That's just, I mean, they're just
that's
not,
the New Jersey, right? New Jersey Devils.
New Jersey Devils. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine who's like a diehard Devils fan. He's a Devils fan. He's a Jets fan. So I feel bad. He's a New York Mets fan.
The sidebar teams.
He's literally like, and he lives in Jersey. Like that's his,
that's his
lives in Jersey. He's a Jets fan. He's a Mets fan. He's a Devils fan. And I'm just like, I kind of felt bad for him. Feel bad for him for his sports team because they all suck. But I was telling him, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to the game. He's like, oh, dude, you're gonna have so much fun. I was like, sure, fuck it. And sure enough, I've gone to 2 more games since then.
I really think
definitely going to be going to more.
I think anything live is fun. Anything
absolutely.
Live is fun.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And I think part of it too for me was like with hockey, I couldn't imagine myself watching it on my TV or my phone or anything like that because hockey feels like a sport that you need to be there for. You need to be there to experience it. At least that's how it felt, and kind of still to an extent. Like I've definitely caught little bits and pieces on my phone or whatever. Because honestly, I don't really watch like TV. I like the streaming services on my phone. I just do that, and that's good for me. So like I've caught it on my phone, but being in the arena, it's different. It's different.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, going to anything live is pretty dope. All right, so wrapping up. First off, I want to thank you guys, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing Held Back podcast. We're here. We're gonna, as you can see, when we talk about multiple sports. Before we do get out of here, though, Winter Olympics is closing up pretty soon. I was watching some speed skating. We were talking about this earlier. That shit is dangerous.
It's crazy.
Like,
yeah.
If they crash, seen a dude almost get his face cut off. Like, it's dangerous. Like, but it's also dope because, man, I'm like, how can you? Because the tracks are so small, and they're going so fast. I was like, okay, this is pretty, but it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Kids, don't try this at home.
Yeah, do not try that at home.
Man, thanks for watching, man. Like I said,
sure.
we're gonna have a lot more. Obviously, I mean, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here every week, every Tuesday. We are taking a 1 week, maybe a 1 week or 2 week hiatus towards the end of this month, beginning of next month. We have some stuff going on, but we'll be back here definitely before March Madness starts.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And then got the NFL draft coming up in April.
Free agency.
Yeah, free agency. So it's going to be a lot of stuff going on. And the NBA is ramping up. We're going to get into some golf, get into some, obviously, NASCAR, tennis stuff,
Talk about a little bit of everything.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Nothing's held back.
Nothing held back. And even, like it could even be like, we can bring it up and it might just be like a one-off, little bit like, hey, this golfer went off and, did backflips on the fucking green or something. Like, some
Got
Happy
bit
Gilmore
by
type
an
shit.
alligator. Like,
Right.
Who knows?
Some Happy Gilmore shit. Like, who knows what's going to happen.
All we know is thanks, guys, for watching. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. All right. Deuces.
Peace out.